Oh, hello, Brian and Steve. This is Barry from Innate. I wanted to prepare this short video just to show you what our approach is to addressing the skills database and interrogation capabilities that we've been discussing in an exchange of emails. I hope that this will help to show you, really lead us to have more useful follow-on discussions. Starting point here really is one of the question that came from Brian in an early email, which was the need to how to find out which employees have a required skill. And one easy way of doing this is to access a skills list. Now, in the discussions with Steve, we've talked about how skills could be categorized. And on the networking example that we had, Steve, we had networking as a category, followed by a manufacturer, followed by a technology, and we'll click on collaboration, and then various products within that, and that's the sort of sample data that you gave us. So what that does is it drills down through the skills structure and then just shows at the bottom there, product by product, who has what skill levels. Another way of accessing that information is to look at the skills by resource. And I've listed out here all of the resources I've got in my database. Now you have 400 of them, so you probably want to classify these. Maybe you're looking at this maybe by location or some other attribute. But once you've got here, you can then click on the particular resource you're interested in and just have a view and says, well, across all of the categories, manufacturers, technologies, etc., what skill levels does this particular person have? Now, enabling this is a simple table that enables us to put in and maintain information about this. We'll pick that table up now. What I'm showing here is a list of what we've just been taking a look at. So we've got the data center and the networking. If I look at the data center here, which is some stuff that I've picked up from the Cisco site, Steve, there's something under data center. There was a technology called management and automation, and I've just invented a couple of products here. Now let's assume there's a product A3, and at the moment we've got two resources, Larry and Nat, who've got some skills level in that. I want to add in another one. I want to add in Pat. So I highlight the row here where I want to put this in. Sorry, that one, that's the row there I want to highlight. So I want to put in a new resource, and we're going to put in from our list here Pat Pringle, and we'll just say here's a list of the different skill levels, and we'll say that Pat is an expert in this, and we can save that as so. Now, one of the things that we haven't discussed here, and what we do with the rest of our software, is resource planning, so we know how busy these people are. So if you needed to know, say, okay, well, Pat's a likely candidate here, but how busy is he? If we do a show assignments here, this is just showing what Pat is working on over the next quarter or so. So week by week, we can see what projects and tasks they're working on. And the bottom one here just says, well, do they have any spare capacity? Availability minus work is the spare capacity line. Slight overload there shown in red. But otherwise, we can see that Pat's pretty busy for the first 2 months, so probably not going to be useful. Now, if this sort of information is a logical extension for you and something you're interested in, then we can explore that in a subsequent discussion. The other thing that we can do here is to maintain this structure in the table. So let's assume here that we wanted to add in now a new product into this at the management and automation level here. So we would just put in another row here, and we've got to say here it's with data center, Cisco, management and automation, and here we can say it's the A14 product, and the person who has some skills in that is Chris, and Chris is a novice. So that's how we would do that. Now, the way I've shown you here about having to put in entries column by column, we can make this a lot more easier just with a little bit of, I just need a bit of developer help to finish this off, but it's very close. It's configuration, really. What it would mean is I would highlight that row. I'd say I want to insert a new product, and then all of the values to the left of the product, they would just pick up the values in the row above. So I wouldn't have had to select data center, Cisco management and automation. They would have been popped in there. I would have just had to say what product and then the resource and the skill level. Now, I hope that serves as a useful introduction to the approach here. Please take a look at it and let me know what you think. Very happy to have a discussion to follow up and answer any queries. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing from you.